Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see on my channel and become part of this beautiful, wonderful family that we are growing each day. Thank you so much to every single one of yous. I'd like to mention that I do have a private crochet group. If you're interested to be part of this beautiful journey with us, one big family, you're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile. I also have a crochet page that you can follow, Instagram and TikTok. You could always get a hold of me through the messages through there if you need help with any type of, pattern that you're stuck with. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Sometimes if I'm a little bit delayed on answering you, it's because we are in a different time zone. I'm in Europe. Most of you are in the US or India or Mexico. So don't worry, I do reply back to everyone's questions and comments. So most cases I use 2.75 hook for my patterns, 3.5, depending on the pattern I'm creating, a small one for tucking in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Thank you to every single one of you for your suggestions, your opinions, and your kindness of your words, which is extremely important to keep us going and give us the courage that, we are loved and cared for. And that's extremely important to any people that, in general in the world, not just creators, but of course, it really does help us with the creation and putting it out there to everybody. I'd also would like you to please give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. It's the only way that we can keep circulating the video around the world. YouTube recognizes when there's many likes, and of course subscriptions, which is free. It costs nothing to hit that subscribe button and be part of this journey. So thank you so much again. Be careful in the crochet groups. There's a lot of fake scammers that steal your identity by you clicking on those links. They steal people's pictures and pin it up to pass it as their own. They put links with cut and bit. Do not open those links. They're scammers. They will go through your phone or your computer and grab all your information, steal everything from you. So stay away from that. You should just report them in as spam, and they get deleted automatically either through Facebook or through the groups. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much again. Okay, everyone. So I've been requested a few times already to create an American colored doily, especially for the 4th of July. Now, of course, on any doily, you can pretty much turn it into the 4th of July by using the colors. But because the request is so high, especially from Miss Joy Redford from USA, I love you so much, and I send you much healing wherever you are. And God bless you always. And thank you for your wonderful messages, either through YouTube or through Instagram. God bless you always. And you're always in my prayers. Have faith always, and you shall be healed. So I'm going to try to create, this will be a medium doily because I'm using the 4-ply. These are 100% cotton thread, Portugal threads. If you use number 10, you'll have the perfect size doily, smaller shape, of course, but because this is a 4, it's similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, so it will be a full medium. It's perfect for a table. Now, size 10, number 10, Aunt Lydia, it's a smaller doily for like the smaller areas, small little table, like corner table, or counters, or on top of your microwave, or things like that. Smaller space. I'm going to try to do my best on this. A picture was sent to me. I had requested from one of my friends if she can let me know if any of these doilies, especially with pineapples, because I know you Americans, my lovely Americans, love pineapples. So I'm going to create it. She sent me a picture, and of course I'm going to create it similar. I will have a little twist, make it my own. I don't know who is the creator of that specific pattern, but I will change up the stitch a bit and make it my own pattern. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. I'll be using 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. And again, I send you much hug and much love, Joyce Bradford. This is especially for you because you have been requesting this so much, either through YouTube or Instagram. I've been reading your messages. Of course, I've been replying. I don't know if you have saw my replies back. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you. So I'm going to start off with the royal blue. I'm going to do a 8 chain. Okay, not the first one doesn't count. It's a slip stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and try to make it more like the colors of the American flag. So then I close in with the slip stitch, and I might take a few videos for this because there's a lot of details to this pattern. I'm going to go up 1, 2, and 3, chain. I'm coming back in, and I'm going to do 3 double crochets incomplete. Okay, and now I'm going to take it out. We're going to do this 10 times, 10 groups, okay, of 3. 1, 2, 3 chain. If your stitch is too tight, you can do a 4 chain. Again, I'm going to do a 4 chain on here to make sure. I'm going to do again 3 incomplete double crochet, 2 and 3. And I believe, Miss Joy, you just joined my crochet group. Welcome to my group, sweetheart. Again, I've closed it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. And back in again and do the incomplete 3 double crochet, and then close it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. We're going to do this 10 times. So we're going to have 10 groups of these 3 incomplete double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I've done my 10 groups of 3 incomplete double crochet. That means you do the 3 and then you close them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've done my 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to come where I've closed them all together, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Okay, coming inside of those 4 chain, I'm going to do a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. Coming back in, I'm going to do, including with my single and 2 chain, that's my first double crochet, I'm going to have a total of 5 double crochets, 2, 4, and 5. Okay, 2 chain. If your tension's too tight, you can do it 3 chain. I'm going to repeat this all the way around the same way. 5 double crochet inside of the 4 chain space. Okay, just like that, and 2 chain in between them, and then again 5 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 2. Okay, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, exactly as we have the 10 groups that we started. 2 chain. I'm going to close it on my second chain from where I went up the first one, single and 2 chains. I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to do the walk, I call it the walk, into the next double crochet with a single and 2 chain. This is my first double crochet. Into the next space, next stitch, double crochet. I'm going to have a total of 6 double crochets here. So 1 per stitch, skipping the first double crochet, we don't do. So I have 4 and 2 inside of my chain space. So that gives me the total of 6. We don't do the first double crochets. Okay, we skip the first one. Go into the second double crochet. You could either do a 3 chain going up, however you do your first double crochet. I usually do single and 2 chain. It looks more suitable with the other ones. 2, 4, 6, chain 2. Skip the first one, go into the second one. We're going to repeat exactly the same thing all the way around the same way on this third row. So we have 4 double crochets here because we don't do the first one. So it's like the spin wheel. That's what we're doing. Okay. We're going to continue doing this for the next few rows until we have 8 double crochets. Okay. Always skipping the first one. That means on the next row, row 4, we skip the first one. Row 5, we skip the first one, and so on. Okay, so I will meet you, and always a 2 chain space between them. I'll meet you here when I get to the row that I have 8 double crochet. So that means the next row you're going to have 7, and then the next row will be 8. So 2 more rows after this. I'll meet you at the end when I have 8 double crochets, 2 chain space between them, and skip the first double crochet. Okay, everyone, so I finished my row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to start to decrease. So I'm coming into the second double crochet, single and 2 chain. On this row 6, we're going to have 7 double crochets, okay? Because we're going to start to decrease on the rows. Of course, I'm using leftover threads. This is just for a sample. So you'll see little knots here and there of leftover threads that I put together so we don't put anything to waste. 2, 4, 6, 7. Chain. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, and 7. We're going to keep decreasing until 3 double crochets, and only at the end with the 3 double crochets left, because we have to close them incomplete. Then I'll come back to you after that. So chain 2. I'm coming in the center of that 2 chain space with a single. We're going to create these loops throughout the end of this design. 2 chain, coming on the second double crochet and creating double crochet over double crochet. So always skipping the first double crochet. Okay. Chain 2 again, coming in the center with a single. Chain 2, skip the first double crochet, go into your second. I'm going to repeat this all the way around. I'll come back to you at the beginning of the next row just to get you going, and then it's just a repeat from there on. Everyone, so I finished row 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with 2, 4, 6, 7 double crochets, always skipping the first one, 2 chain, single in the center of that 2 chain, 2 more chain. I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm doing the walk, I call it the walk, to the second double crochet with 1 single, 2 chain. Like I said, we're going to decrease. So you should have 6 double crochets now on this row. Row 7, 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So it's always going to have 6 now. 1, 2, chain, coming in that first loop, single. 1, 2, chain, coming in that second loop, single. 1, 2, chain, coming in the second double crochet, and create your 6 double crochet, 1 per stitch. It's going to be repeatedly like this until I get to 3 double crochet. I'll come back to you on my row to start 3 double crochet, because we need to close the 3 double crochet incomplete. We have to close it all together. Okay, so as soon as I hit my row 2, 3 double crochet, I'll come back to you. You could always advance the video and see where I'm at. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I pretty much did row 9 going to row 10. And this is where we're going to do the 3 double crochets incomplete. So I'm going into the second double crochet with a single, 2 chain, another double crochet, and my third one. I'm going to close it together. 1, 2, chain, coming in my first loop with a single. So this is how we're going to do this row 10. Very simple, nothing to it. Coming in my second double crochet, incomplete, incomplete, so I have 3 on the hook, and my last one incomplete, so I have 4 loops on the hook. Close it all together. 1, 2, chain, and again. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on this row 10. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 10, going to row 11. I've cut my thread. I'm going to come in with a white now. And I'm coming in on my first loop right after the incomplete double crochet. I'm going to do single and 2 chains. My first double crochet into the same space, I'm going to do incomplete double crochet. Into the next loop, I'm going to do 2 more incomplete double crochet. So on this first group, I have 4 on my loop, and then I close it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to come in the next loop, and again, 1, 2 incomplete double crochet, next loop, 1, 2. So I have 5 on my hook. I'm going to close it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and repeat again. 1, 2 incomplete double crochet, and again into my loop, my last loop here, in the complete double crochet, and close all of them together. So this is what it's going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into my first loop after the group again. 1, 2. Next loop, 1, 2. So I have 5 on my hook. Take it all up. We're going to repeat this all the way around. If you feel that it's too tight, you don't want your pattern to be too tight, you can do 1 more chain stitch. Instead of 5, you can do 6. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. After this, I'm cutting my thread, and I'm coming in with the red. Okay, you guys, so I did my last chain. I've closed in on my first one where I closed all the groups together. I'm going to cut my thread. I'm going to come in with the red now, okay? Okay, you guys, so I'm going to come in right on the center where we've closed all of them together. I'm going to do a shell of 2 double crochets. So I'm starting with a single, 2 chain, another double crochet, 2 chain, and in the same space again, 2 double crochet. So this is my first shell, and I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come in the center of this 5 chain with a single. 1, 2 chain, coming again exactly where I have the other one. If your stitch is too loose, you can do a 1 chain, okay, instead of 2. Do your shell again. So this row will be like this all the way around. Into the center, that 5 chain with a single, okay, 2 chain, and then continue exactly where we've closed off and do your shell again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. You guys, so we completed row 12. I've just closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to do the walk. I call it the walk with the slip stitch to the center of my shell. We are going to repeat the same row as we just finished doing. So we're on row 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to do shell over shell, same way as we just did. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet, chain 2. Coming in where we have our single with a single, chain 2. So it's just a repeat, double crochet, another double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet. So where the shell is, that's where we're doing shells, and where the single is, we're repeating chain 2 and single. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished doing row 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Going into row 14. I'm going to come in with the white. We're going to repeat the same row as we have here in white. Okay, so basically you would come in. So single, chain 2. We're going to do that incomplete groups again like we did. Obviously we have to close the first one this way, chain 2, and now we do incomplete and incomplete again and close it all together. I'm going to do 1, 2 chain again. If you have the need to do 3 chain, then go ahead. I think I will have to do 3 chain. I think 2 chain is too tight. 3 chain. So you always put your tension to the test, see what works best for you. 1, 2, 3, and again. 1, 2, incomplete, close it together. 1, 2, chain again. 1, 2, incomplete, close it together. 1, 2, 3. It's just a repeat all the way around. And then I'm coming back in with my red. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to start the foundation of the pineapples. 1, 2, incomplete. Now, here's the thing. If you want to go bigger on the pattern, you can do 2 more rows like this. Okay, so that means on this row that we're doing now, if you're repeating these rows here, row 13, that means you would do your shell, do chain 4 or 5, depending upon your tension. And then on the next row, that you'd close it in the center like we did here with a single. So you'd add 2 more shells, 2 more rows of shells, and your pattern would be bigger. Okay, because I'm doing just a demo, I don't need my pattern to be so big. It will be big just the same. I mean, perfect for a table. But I don't want it to be huge either because my thread is thick, right? Thick enough to go big. Okay, so repeat this. I'll meet you at the end. So do your shell, 3 chain, single on the single, 3 chain, shell again, incompletes, and 2 chain space. Everyone. So I have to recount because I can't remember where I'm at. I keep counting stitches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, going to row 15. I'm coming back in with the red. We're going to start the foundation of the pineapples. So here you can take any shell at anywhere, it doesn't matter where you start. Single 2 chain. I'm going to do 4 double crochet. We're going to alternate. One shell will be 4 double crochet. The next shell will be 9 double crochet for the pineapple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to come in, and if I see that I have too much, probably going to do 4 chain only to start off. This is how I keep measuring my things. So 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochet. So here's the first foundation of my pineapple. Now, if you want to go bigger also on the pineapple, you just add more double crochets, whatever size you would like to go. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm coming into the next shell, 4 double crochet. Okay, so simple as that. And the next shell, 9 double crochet. And this is how we're going to alternate all the way around. 4 double crochet, 4 chain. Depending upon your tension, you might need to do 5. 9 double crochet, 4 chain, 4 double crochet. So always like that. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming in and doing my 9 double crochet. Seven, 8, and 9. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 15, going to row 16. We are going to repeat the 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 chain, or you can do that single and 2 chain. I'm just going directly up. Again, double crochet, next space, double crochet, and again double crochet. So we have 4 double crochet. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. If your tension is too tight, you can do a 4 chain. I'm going to do 3. I think it's just fine for me. 1 double crochet per stitch, space 1 chain between them. So we'll have 9 double crochets the same way as we did in the bottom. Difference is we'll have 1 chain space between them. Double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet, 1 chain. So we'll have the 9, 1 chain space between. Again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. If your tension is too tight, you can do chain 4. If it's too loose, then do just chain 2. Mine's in between at this point. I'm trying to keep it in the same tension. And repeat the 4 double crochets. We're going to repeat it this way, all the way around the same way. 4 double crochets over double crochet, 3 chain, 9 double crochets, 1 chain space between them, and 3 double crochets again, and continue on. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, going to row 17, we're going to start the loops on the pineapples. I'm going to come back in, do my single 2 chain. So we're going to create the 4 groups here, not 4 groups, the 4 double crochets the same way. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in between the first and the second double crochet with a single. 1, 2, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain. So now we're going to start to decrease on this pineapple. 1, 2, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain. I've changed the pattern completely of the picture that my friend had sent me, so this is totally my own. I didn't want it to be the same, so I changed everything. Thought I was going to change just a few things, but no. So made it my own pattern. 1, 2, 3, and then create the 4 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. Okay, 4 double crochet, 3 chain, going to the first loop between the double crochets here with a single, 3 chain, single, 3 chain, single. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops of 3 chain. I'll meet you at the end. Going to row 17, I'm coming back in after I've closed in with the slip stitch, single, 2 chain. Again, another double crochet. We're going to change here a bit. I'm going to do 1 chain coming into the next one. Do my 2 double crochets. Okay, so 1 chain space. We need to split them so we can close the pineapple. 1, 2, 3, and continue to decrease on the pineapple. 3 chain, single, 1, 2, 3, next loop, 3 chain, single, 2, 3. So it's just a repeat now, just decreasing on the loops. And don't forget here, we need to do double crochet, next stitch double crochet, 1 chain space, and the other 2 double crochets. We're going to repeat this the same way all the way around, so don't forget you have 1 chain there. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going to row 19. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to keep these 2 groups together, or the 2 double crochets together. So single, 2 chain, and another double crochet. One chain, coming in, doing a single, 1 chain, and then continue with the other 2 double crochet. Okay, so we have 1 chain space here and a single in the center. 1, 2, 3. Continue with your loops with a decrease. So we should have 5 loops on this row. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 3, and repeat the same thing on this row. So do your 2 double crochet, your 1 chain, come in, single, 1 chain, and again your 2 double crochets. Okay, so we're going to repeat this the same way all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Going to row 20. 1, 2, 3, because we've closed in with a slip stitch. So we continue with the 2 groups, the 2 double crochets there. 1, 2 chain this time, coming in the center where the loop is of 1 chain, single, 2 chain. So we're just doing loops here now. 2 chain, and again continue to do your 2 double crochets. And then 1, 2, 3 stays the same until the end, and continue with your loops on the pineapple. So on this row you should have 4 loops on the pineapple. we're going to continue to do it this way until we have one loop left on the pineapple. So you're going to continue to do your 2 chain and into the loops with a single, exactly how we just did here. There's no point in recording until the 1 loop left on the pineapple, because it's just a repeat. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, single, 2 chain, single, 2 chain, 2 double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you when I have done my 1 loop left on the pineapple. Okay, you guys, so I pretty much completed my rounds until I had 1 left of the pineapple, and I have altogether 23 rows. I'm coming back in with the blue. We're almost there. The royal blue. I'm going to come in where I have those 2 double crochets before the loops of the pineapple, and I have the last ones there with a single 2 chain and another double crochet. Try to pull this thread back here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain this time to close in this pineapple. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain and complete the 2 double crochets here right after the pineapple also. Now on the 2 chain loop, of course you should know already if you're too loose, because we don't want it to bang like waves either. That's why you should always look ahead of the video. If it's too loose for you and it's not becoming, I mean, it's normal that it's a little bit wavy, because once you block it and iron it or whatever the case may be for you, it's going to come straight. But if it's too wavy, like example, if I crump it up like this, and if it's like this, it's not good. You have too much stitch there, so that's for that reason it becomes too wavy. What you can do is, in order to pull the pattern together, instead of doing the 2 chain here as I was doing with the single, you could do 1 chain only. Okay, now this time I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to skip my first loop that I have here, and I'm coming in the second loop, and I'm going to do two double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So I'm building a little shell there. I'm going to skip the next loop, and I'm coming in the next one and doing again a shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet. Okay, now we have 2 loops left, but I'm going to ignore those 2 loops left. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 chain. If it's too tight, then you can do a 2 chain. That means you would have to do a 2 chain here, which I think is best because I can see it's already pulling and I don't want it to pull. So I'm going to do a 2 chain, and that's usually how it goes when you create something. If you find it's pulling, then you just take down those few stitches. And so I'm going to do two chains. So let me just confirm something here. Skip 1, do here, skip 1, do there. Okay, so 2 chains. So I'm going to skip 1 space here, and I'm going to do the shell as I was doing. 2 double crochet, 2 chain space, and 2 more double crochet in the same space. Okay, skip 1 space here and go into the next one. Now if you find that your stitch is too tight and still pulling, you can do a 1 chain space there. There is no regulations with 1 chain or 2 chain or 3 chain. It all depends on your tension. You have to remember that. 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come in on top of the double crochet. Yes, I do have 2 spaces left here, which I don't care. What's important is to get these more or less into the center there. 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4 chain. I'm coming in my 1 loop space and closing it off. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and again doing my 2 double crochets, 1, 2 chain. I'm going to skip the first space and I'm coming in the next. So we're repeating these shells of 2 double crochet again, and I'm just going with the flow out of my head. It's not like I have this planned out. So you're basically creating everything with me from scratch. So skip a space and create your next shell again. Remembering that you could always use a hook or 2 bigger to get your stitch loosened up. Don't forget that. Your chains, you could always go extra chains. That's important too. Okay, so we skip the last 2 space there and go directly to the double crochet with double crochet. So we're closing out the pineapples pretty much, as you can see here. I think it looks pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the last loop with a single. And just repeat everything all the way around. And I'll meet you once. So finished row 24, going into row 25. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 chain into the next space with another double crochet. I'm going to do 1, probably have to do 2 chain here, coming into the next space, closing off that, the 2 double crochets there. So 3 chain. I'm going to come into the shell and do my 2 double crochets, 2 chain, 1 chain. I'm going to come in between my shells here, one chain into the next shell with shell, 2 double crochet. I'll show you in a second. Just trying to figure this out as I go. Okay, so we did the 2 double crochet, we did 2 chain, 2 double crochet, 2 chain shell, 1 chain, 1 double crochet between the shells, 1 chain and the shell, 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come in and do the 2 double crochets, 2 chain, and into the last 2 double crochets. I have to see if it's not pulling. If it is, then I will have to add a few more stitches. No, it's not pulling for me. Seems like it's fine. Okay, so just repeat this all the way around. 2 chain, come back in, do your shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet, all inside of the same shell. 1 chain in between shells, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, repeat the shell, chain 2, and repeat the 2 double crochets to for the pineapple closing. Chain 2, and again on the other 2 double crochets at the end. So it's not pulling, and I'm glad it's not pulling, or else I would have to add a few more stitches. I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Just want to show you, make sure that you understood. Okay, you guys, this is row 26, my last row. I'm going to come in between where we have the pineapple those 2 chains we did right in the center. And I'm going to do 2 incomplete double crochet. So my single 2 chain is my first double crochet. Obviously, this is the first group. We can't really do too much of the incomplete. So chain 3, picot. I'm coming back in, and now I continue to do the incomplete double crochet. Okay, I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to come in where I have my 2 chain space in between the 2 double crochets from the pineapple and the shell. Doing 3 chain, picot, and again 1, 2. Close it all together. One chain space into the next one. Doing the incomplete double crochet 1, 2, 3, picot, and again incomplete double crochet and close it at once. 1 chain. I'm coming on top where I have that 1 double crochet and doing my incomplete all on top of the same double crochet. 1, 2, 3, picot, coming back in again. Okay, 1 chain into the shell. So just making it simple, and it matches everything else. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, 1 chain. I'm coming in where the 2 chain is, just before the 2 double crochets. One chain, and right back into the center where we have the pineapple. One chain, and then continue on from there, like that. So I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I've tried my best to create my own thing as I went. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, Miss Joy Bradford. I hope you like this American 4th of July Doily Centerpiece. So thank you everybody for being here. Please give a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know, how is it? How did you find this inspiration one? And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Much blessings to all of you. I send you much, much hugs, Miss Joy. Prayers up for you, for healing, and for your son. God bless. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. And never give up faith and hope. Things can get healed and cured. In the name of Jesus. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.